Whether it's the music, the energy, or the connection to the crowd, it's undeniable that a great walkout adds that special something in the build-up to a classic fight. With that in mind, as voted by Cage Warriors fans, here are the top 5 walkouts in CW history. Coming in at number 5. It's a walkout so iconic that even Chase and Status themselves have acknowledged it. When the chilling vocals of All Goes Wrong hit the speakers at London's Indigo at the O2, fans know they're in for a special performance from Jordan Vucenic.
The champ is here. Jordan, the epidemic Vucenic, makes his return to the Cage Warriors cage. Almost a year to the day from when he won the title in a thrilling split decision against Morgan Charrier. Now he earned that title shot with another thrilling split decision over Paul Hughes, and he got that fight with another thrilling split decision against Steve Amable. This guy is money, an absolutely elite level operator in this division, and look at the connection he has with the crowd here. Now, when a lot of people compare him to Paul Hughes and say that maybe, oh, Hughes is the bigger star, Hughes is the guy who talks a little bit more. But look at this connection with the crowd in London. This is a man who's got an army behind him here at the Indigo tonight.
Vucenic is walking out like this is his moment to shine. He's pointing out individuals in the crowd that have come to support him. Look at the atmosphere in here right now is incredible. He is taking this all in. He's having a moment here to greet his fans in the front row. He looks calm, he looks prepared, he looks in fantastic shape. It doesn't matter who he's fighting tonight. He just wants to make sure he was on this card to give a show to these fans.
Up next at number 4, Cage Warriors 153 was a huge night for Rhys McKee, and it all started with a huge walkout. Marching to the cage to the tune of the Cranberries' Zombie, the thousands of Irish fans hung off every word of Dolores O'Riordan's timeless refrain. A truly legendary performance followed.
Boylan just stopping by the commentary position to say they don't get much bigger than that, and he's not wrong.
Up next at number 3, in the main event of one of the promotion's biggest cards of all time, Jack Shaw was certainly on fire. The local hero ignited the Welsh crowd with his signature White Stripes Oasis mashup before going on to capture the title and record one of the most impressive victories of his pre-UFC career.
because Jack Shaw's on fire and there are thousands of screaming fans in the arena right behind this young man from Abertillery, Wales.
Yeah, I don't think I need to say it again, but he is undefeated. 9-0 as a professional, with 8 of those wins being finishes, only going to a decision once. He's also 12-0 undefeated as an amateur with 8 submissions. All except one of his pro fights have been on Cage Warriors. He had a tough time dealing with opponent changes at Cage Warriors 97 last time out, but he looked great over a very game Wesley Meyer, and it all comes down to tonight.
Not just undefeated as an amateur, Josh, but a champion at the IMAFs, European Open winner, and his 8th appearance on the main card here at Cage Warriors with 9 professional wins. He's well-rounded. 8 of those wins have come inside the distance, and conventional wisdom on fight week has been, Josh, that if this one is finished, it'll be Jack Shaw that does the finishing.
Jack Shaw, maybe he's got a little bit of an advantage in the striking. He's been greatly improving that. He puts together really good combinations of his hands in with the knees when you get in tight. We've seen him finish opponents like that. I'm really interested to see what happens if he has to work from his guard and Ekondeo puts him on his back, because we don't see a whole lot of that. He's used to taking guys down and taking them out from a top position or getting their back or ground and pounding them. So I'm very interested to see what happens if he's on the receiving end of Ekondeo Airlines.
Jack Shaw leaves the ISO Sport prep point. It's time for...
Number 2. A haunting tribute to the late Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, made for one of the most atmospheric walkouts of all time as Chris Bungard entered the Brayhead Arena at Cage Warriors 171.
World. In his hands he's got the whole wide world. In his hands he's got the whole world. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands. Glasgow.
A few verses of Bad Moon Rising soon fired up the capacity crowd, ensuring the building was at fever pitch by the time the bell rang.
Buckles up. Tribute to the late great Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, from Chris Bungard. And what a walkout this is from the back guy. He is fired up. Sure, I had something prepared to say during this, but just enjoying the moment here in Glasgow. Big main event, bit of credence. What more do you want? '28th professional bout here tonight. 79% of his wins have come by way of a finish, and of course he's a former Cage Warriors lightweight title challenger. Enjoying something of a career resurgence here in Cage Warriors. Big wins over Eric De Silva. Of course, that phenomenal performance against Perry Goodwin in Newcastle last time out with a triangle armbar. Win over old rival Gav Hughes. Chris Bungard is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
And finally, your number 1 pick. One of the most iconic walkouts in all of mixed martial arts, let alone Cage Warriors. Paddy Pimblett's march to the cage at CW 96 was the night the world realised what many of us had known all along. That Paddy was a bona fide superstar.
Paddy the Baddy is back in the Echo Arena. And Josh, that can mean only one thing. It's time for a house party.
Yeah, strolling his way at a fairly fast pace towards the Cage Warriors cage here, and this crowd are going to be very, very loud in about 15 seconds time.
Josh, you've seen this walkout so many times, but it never fails to raise a smile. Has anyone ever loved what they do as much as Paddy Pimblett in the Echo? Unbelievable! Thousands at the Echo on their feet as Paddy the Baddy makes his way to the ISO Sport prep point.
So look, Paddy Pimblett, you heard it in the piece to camera earlier. Very unorthodox, very dynamic, flying triangles, flying arm bars, just crazy techniques pulled at any moment that are very, very hard to deal with. Just because it's very hard to get training partners that can mimic that. He's been backing it up though with greatly improved striking. And as he always says in his post-fight interviews, you know, he says Scousers don't get knocked out. You know, he aims to prove that. Obviously, he doesn't want to take too many on the chin from Soren Bak, but look, with this hometown support behind him, he's going to be very, very hard to stop. Does get most of his wins by submission, 14-2-0 is his record, 7 of those by submission, 3 by TKO. He's had a really good weight cut this time. Historically, he did fight at featherweight. This is, of course, at lightweight, and he's looked incredible.
Thanks for joining us on this walk down walkout memory lane. What's your favorite all-time Cage Warriors walkout? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel for more content just like this.